Hey, it's Monday. I am the Notorious DRC. You are not the Notorious DRC. And today I'm bringing you the first episode of Manga Tuesday Season 2.
Baka, hey, Manga Tuesday.
It's funny watching back on that first episode of Manga Tuesday and how monotone and sort of droll I am talking throughout the majority of it. At one point, did Manga Tuesday just become me screaming everything? 8 out of 10! Ba-da-da-da-da-da! I don't know, but at some point, Manga Tuesday got a lot more energetic, and that's not necessarily a good thing. In fact, it's probably not. It's because instead of actually coming up with trying to think of it, at least trying to think of something funny to say, it just become me yelling and stuttering, and that's the whole thing. So, yeah. It has officially been 1 year since the debut episode of Manga Tuesday, almost. It'll officially be 1 year in a couple of days, but we're starting season 2 now because it is Tuesday. So, in the very first episode of Manga Tuesday, I reviewed Sherlock Bones, but at the time I didn't have all the volumes. I only had volumes 1, 2, 5, and 7, I think, and I'd only read the first 1.5. And I mentioned at the time that I'd probably end up buying the rest of the volumes at some point, and when I did buy the rest of the volumes, I would consider re-reviewing it. I then also made a claim to one of our loyal fans that I would re-review Sherlock Bones for the 1 year anniversary, and as I just said a few seconds ago, it is now the 1 year anniversary, so we're going to re-review Sherlock Bones because it's the 1 year anniversary, but we can't do the re-review unless we have all the volumes, which I went out and bought recently. Wow! Sherlock Bones Volume 1, Sherlock Bones Volume 2, Sherlock Bones Volume 3, Sherlock Bones Volume 4, Sherlock Bones Volume 5, Sherlock Bones Volume 6, and Sherlock Bones Volume 7. That's all the volumes of Sherlock Bones. That is complete. There were only 7 volumes. They were all released in English, and now I have them all. So without further ado, welcome to Manga Tuesday episode 31, the 1 year anniversary, the Sherlock Bones re-review. So, Sherlock Bones is still written by... There's 2 names here. Okay, the story is by Yuma Ando, and the art is by Yuki Sato. That doesn't sound like the name I said last time in the first episode, if I remember correctly. What the fuck did I say then? I don't know, How did I mispronounce Kondashna Comics in the first one? It is published by Kondashna Comics. I think that might actually be right. That's pretty close to right. I don't know how to pronounce things. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. 1 second here. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. Dropping things. Move the floss out of the way. Okay. So, Sherlock Bones is about this dog. His name's Sherlock. He is a canine reincarnation of Sherlock Holmes. And this kid is apparently some sort of, according to Sherlock, this kid is some sort of Japanese reincarnation of Watson. And old Watson here is the only person that can hear and understand and speak to Sherlock. And he can only speak to him when he has the pipe in his mouth. That's some sort of Sherlock Holmes thing, pipe. So he has the pipe in the mouth, they can talk, and they solve crimes together. Now, unfortunately, while I did buy all the volumes, and I now have all 7 volumes, I haven't started rereading it again yet. So I've still only read the volume and a half that I read back in January 2016. So I don't really have much more to say about Sherlock Bones from my review last year because I have literally read nothing more of it since then. But I have seen the covers for the other volumes that I didn't have. I mean, I'd seen them already because they're just covers, and I'd constantly looked at prices and considered buying the rest before Manga Tuesday ever begun. So, but I now have them physically in my hand, so I feel like that just I'm getting ever closer to finally starting reading Sherlock Bones again and completing it, and then being able to give a proper in-depth review and analysis. I'm just baby steps, guys. Probably next year, when I re-review Sherlock Bones, I will have read at least, instead of 1.5, I'll have read 2 volumes, and we can just sort of take it a half volume a year. But over the course of the past year, I didn't read a half volume. I just bought them, okay? That was a big commitment. They're not cheap. No manga's ever cheap, except for I think this volume 4, I was able to get pretty cheap, like $12 or something, I think, brand new. Well, the others were all much more expensive than that, but for some reason from this one site, I think it was the one in Australia that I don't use very much, only sometimes when I want stuff to get it quick, but sometimes they also have cheap prices, like with Sherlock Bones Volume 4 was like maximum $13. This is Australian currency too, so you got to convert it to realise that that's actually epic. I was hoping the beginning of season 2 of Manga Tuesday would go a little bit better than it's gone so far. I was hoping the review of Sherlock Bones I could sort of go a little more in depth, but I'm sort of panicking and don't really know what to say now. I'm sort of just having flashbacks of those early episodes of Manga Tuesday where I had no idea what I was doing and views were tanking, and I kept blaming the manga. It was the manga's fault. That's why the episode sucked, and maybe that's why this one is sucking, because it's the manga, but it can't be. Sherlock Bones is epic. It almost won Manga of the Year, but it didn't win. Includes special extras after the story, according to the back here. What are the extras? Wait, what? Oi! I'm going to get my money back. What the fuck is that? I haven't opened this book since I've had it, so how is there a big fold in a page at the back of the book, huh? I'm going to get my money back. Yo, I'm going to get my money back. No, I'm not going to. Oh my god, it's actually ripping though now. I'm trying to. Wait, what the fuck? That's not just a fold. Look, because if you unfold it, when I unfold it, look, it's sticking out of the book. Is this still recording? I didn't have much space. Oh yeah, it's still recording. Okay. But look, it's sticking out because look. And look at that. Can you see this? Look at that up there. What is that? It's jagged out. That's retarded. What is that? And then it's sticking out here? What the fuck? That's a misprint. But that's not a misprint. That's like a miscut. It's on the page. It's not print. What the fuck is that? That's weird. That's weird. Oh yeah, and if you saw the artwork on that, that's not what all the artwork looks like. That's like the bonus extra stuff where the art, the actual, well, I guess it's somewhat similar, but oh, look at this. There's some art. The art doesn't look as confusing as I remember. Yeah, I remember when I first started reading it, I felt like, I think it might have been Sherlock Bones might have been the second manga I started to read after Dragon Ball, and I remember being confused by it. I'm like, wait, it seems like a little all over the place. I had a hard time following the art, but maybe that was just because it was the second manga I'd ever read. And compared to Dragon Ball, which is like super clean and very simple and basic, the artwork is beautiful, but it is like simplistic and very easy to follow. It's a good beginner manga, I think, because of that. Or maybe that's just because this is volume 4. Maybe the first volume was a little clunky and more difficult to follow. Maybe the artist got better as Sherlock Bones went on. I'm just noticing too, my spine on volume 1 is all like scuffed up on this edge for some reason. I don't like that. And actually, so is volume 6. But wasn't 6 one of the new ones I bought? I swear I had volumes 1, 2, 5, and 7. So why would volume 6 be so scuffed up on the spine? Did I mention again that I like the colour of the spines? I get so sick. So many spines look all the fucking same. It's like white. It's white. That's a nice colour though. It's kind of similar to the Sherlock Bones colour. I don't know. I feel like they could be doing so much more with the spines. Like the ones that I've got covered up. Look at them vagabond. Look at them vagabond spines. They are beautiful. You should see the Dragon Ball Viz Big spines. I think I talked about the spines issue in the collection video. This is going way too long. I'm just going to wrap it up because I got nothing to say. I'm sorry. I'll try and make the Sherlock Bones review better. I've got a year to work on it. So, yes. I got big plans for the upcoming year of Manga Tuesday. I plan to make a lot more episodes. Last year we only did 30 episodes. I think for this year we'll probably get at least 40 episodes. That gives me a few weeks to take some weeks off, you know. But to start things off, we're going next week. There'll be an episode. The week after that, there'll be an episode. So we're going to hit the ground running. And hopefully they're better than this one. I apologise. I can't believe I forgot to give it a fucking rating, so I have to record a second little part and just insert it in the middle as if that's how it's supposed to be. That's how rattled I was this episode, okay? I'm sorry. I give Sherlock Bones an 8.2 out of 10. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. I should have just read the manga and actually gave a review on it. Instead, I keep putting it off for days, and now it's the absolute last day. I have to record it so I can edit it and put it out for the 1 year anniversary, and I just have no idea what to talk about. And the first Sherlock Bones, episode 1 of Manga Tuesday, while I complained about the views at the time, is actually maybe the most viewed Manga Tuesday of all. It's like all these Sherlock Bones stands flocked in and gave it all this support. And now what if they do the same to this one and they think this is what Manga Tuesday is all about? They think this is the standard for Manga Tuesday. Don't watch this. Go watch Joker Review. Go watch Yotsuba Volume 1 Collection. Go watch apparently American Psycho Review was apparently the best Manga Tuesday of the year. Perhaps recency bias? Perhaps Woody voting multiple times, or at least convincing people he knows, aka friends, to vote for what he wants them to vote for. How about, I don't know what I'm saying. I apologise to you, the fans, but most importantly, I apologise to Sherlock Bones. You deserve better than this episode. If I am dead before the next Manga Tuesday comes out, it will not be because of suicide. Look into it. There will be suspicious circumstances, I guarantee. I would never kill myself. Thanks for watching. And as always, Manga Mondays is here to stay. Fuck, I hit that fucking land again! Get out of my life! Let me in. The Fiend. Joker.
Only it's a Tuesday. Tuesday. And if you were in for a spell where it falls into an order, you can help them. Well, yeah. No.
Hey, it's Monday.